Hey there, welcome back to the Crafting Brothers. I am always on the lookout for cheap miniatures, and lately I've been in need of an army of skeletons. Let me show you what I found. In my search for cheap skeletons, I came across this pack from SCS Direct. You might remember them from their monster bucket or their fantasy miniatures. It's a bunch of random monsters for 20 bucks, some of which will work in a pinch and some will not. They were never really intended for D&D or any other RPG for that matter. They were just literally a bucket of monsters or fantasy characters for kids to play with. Well, thanks to YouTube and a bunch of reviews, the company got wise and put out a series of monsters marketed to fantasy RPGs. I'm going to concentrate on the skeletons today because I found them to be the better of the bunch. This pack comes with 8 skeletons, and when I bought it, it was $10 shipped on Amazon, which works out to about $1.25 per mini. I think it might be a little more now. That's not too bad considering the Reaper Bone skeletons are around $3 to $4 a piece for the nice ones, and $1.50 each for the cheaper ones. You could buy this 100-piece army skeleton warrior set for $20, but they're not really to scale, and they would have to be considered a large skeleton creature. And of course, the official WizKid skeletons are kind of expensive. They're around $2.50 per mini. Now, if you're a mini collector or a mini painter, a good one anyway, these are probably not for you. But I only collect minis that I can use in my game, and like I've said many times before, when the mini is on the table, it is there to represent position and to help with strategy and the scale on the battlefield. If you're worried about a poor sculpt or a bad paint job, you're thinking too much and not really using your imagination, which is kind of the whole point of the game. These are the minis that I played with when I first started way back when. All we had were a few heroes, and we used anything we could find for monsters. Sometimes we even used cookies or just pieces of wood. Now, on the flip side of that argument, I do feel like there is a balance between quality and standards on the table. The goal for me is to show you the cheapest options I have found that have decent quality. I think these are a really nice option if you just need a bunch of skeletons for an encounter. They're in the correct scale for D&D and are made out of this flexible material which helps with the breakable factor. I think these have decent sculpts for the most part, good detail except for this one. Not sure what this is supposed to be, maybe a magical effect? I have no idea. Please let me know in the comments if you have any ideas about what this sculpt is actually supposed to be. Now, as I was making this video, I came across a pre-painted version of these, although I think for an extra $5 it's not really worth it at all. They claim to be hand-painted, but if that's true, they were using first graders to do the painting because the paint jobs are just horrendous. Look at that. Why are the bones this greenish color? And the helmet, the weapon, and the armor are relatively the same color as the bones. And again, what is this? I don't understand the skeleton. I decided to paint up some of these just to show you how easy it is, and I'm not really a great mini painter by any long stretch of the imagination. I started by giving them a layer of white Vallejo primer. They're supposed to already be primed, but then again so are Reaper bones, and I have found for me that things always come out a little bit better with an additional layer. After that, I gave them a quick flesh wash on all the bony bits, making sure to get in all the little recesses. Then it's easy. Just pick out a few details on the clothes, paint the weapon silver, the bases black, and Bob's your uncle. Easy and fast. And then my carpal tunnel kicked in, which is why I'm not a great mini painter. So I only got through 3 out of 4 of these characters, but I did my best. Now I painted these 3 skeletons in about an hour, including drying time. Here they are alongside their pre-painted counterparts. I think they look great, and I really don't think it's worth the extra $5 to get those ridiculous pre-painted skeletons. I don't think it's worth it at all. They're easy to do. You can do them inside an hour, a whole batch of them, do them all at once, and they're good to go on your table. Now here they are alongside a WizKid skeleton and a couple of Mage Knight skeletons that I have in my collection. I think they're great, and I would be happy to use them on my table. Hey you guys, thanks for watching. That was a lot of fun. Do me a favor, like and subscribe and all that cool stuff, and I'll see you soon with another really cool video. Thanks.